Have you ever met someone who just doesn't seem to know who they are? On the surface, they might look totally fine. They're polite, agreeable, even charming. But if you look closer, you get the feeling that deep down, they're missing something essential. A solid, stable sense of self. These are the people who walk through life quietly asking themselves, not what do I like, but what am I supposed to like, not what makes me laugh. But when is it appropriate to laugh? Their opinions, their style, even their hobbies seem to shift with the wind. One week they're obsessed with this band, and the next week they've completely moved on to another. They might support one political view on Monday and argue passionately for a different one on Friday. They're constantly looking to the world for clues, searching for the answer to the question, who should I be? What's the right thing to think? So, where does this come from? Well, most of the time, the roots of this uncertainty can be traced back to childhood. Picture a kid growing up in a home where their individuality just didn't seem to matter. Maybe their mom or dad was too wrapped up in their own issues to ever really look down at their child and ask, who is this little person? What do they love? What do they hate? What lights them up inside? Instead of being curious, those parents might have pushed their own agenda. They dictated, these are the books you should think are brilliant. This is the sport you need to win at. This is the career you're gonna chase. Over time, the child's unique voice got drowned out, buried under a mountain of expectations. Survival meant compliance. The price of receiving love and approval was sacrificing their own identity. To be accepted, they had to become who their parents wanted them to be. Now, here's the fascinating twist. People without a strong sense of self can be incredibly charming. They're often polite, attentive, and almost magically in tune with other people's moods. They don't just fake interest, they genuinely soak up other people's worlds and reflect them back with incredible accuracy. When you first meet them, it can feel amazing. They make you feel special, understood, even adored. It's like you've finally found someone who just gets you on a profound level. But here's the danger. Nobody can bury their real identity forever. It's like holding a beach ball underwater. Sooner or later, it's going to burst to the surface. Over time, the pressure builds. There's frustration, resentment, even rage simmering beneath the surface all. Because they were never allowed to express their true feelings or desires. And because they never had the chance to practice being honest about what they want. This frustration doesn't come out cleanly. It erupts in messy, confusing, and often hurtful ways. It's not a calm conversation. It's an emotional storm. If you fall in love with someone like this, the risk is huge. At first, they will mirror your interests perfectly. They'll adopt your favorite books, your favorite restaurants, your favorite vacation spots. It's intoxicating. You feel flattered, maybe even a little smug, thinking, finally, someone who understands me completely. But then, the wind shifts. They might get a new job, make new friends, or start hanging around a crowd they see as better or more impressive. Suddenly, the approval that once felt so good turns into disdain. The same intense focus they once used to admire you is now used to scrutinize and criticize you. They might say things like, you don't really know me, or you're too controlling. But what they often really mean is, I don't know who I am. I gave up my identity to you, just like I did with my parents, and now I feel lost and suffocated. And here is the truly heartbreaking part. You may have been a great fit for the person they truly are, but because they never developed the inner stability to trust their own instincts, they can't believe in their own choices. They mistake being loved for being controlled. Because when they were little, the parent who should have loved them for who they were ended up controlling them instead. So what happens next? And often, they leave fast. They might drop you like a stone, leaving you completely stunned and wondering what on earth went wrong. It can feel like the entire relationship was a lie. But here is the irony. The best thing we can do for people who grew up this way is the exact opposite of what their parents did. Instead of forcing our own views or trying to mold them into who we think they should be, we can step back. We can create space. We can say, through our actions and our words, I'm not here to mold you. I'm here to discover I want to get to know the person you've never been allowed to be. That's not easy. In fact, it can feel quite eerie. For someone who has never had the space to simply be themselves, genuine curiosity about who they are can feel almost unnatural, even suspicious. But it's also the only way forward toward a healthy, authentic connection. So, let me ask you, have you ever loved someone who didn't really know who they were? Did you see them mirror you at first, only to pull away later when they felt trapped by that reflection? Share your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective and learn from your experiences. And if this video resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe for more insights on love, psychology, and relationships, and consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear this today. Because the truth is, some of the most confusing and painful relationships don't break down because of a lack of love, but because one person never had the chance to discover who they really are. Thanks for watching.